Hi friends, it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. It's haul video day. Are you excited? I'm always excited. Hi, if you are new here. Hi, my name is Laura. I sell women's vintage clothing online on sites like Etsy and eBay, Poshmark and Depop, and I actually get to say that I sell on there this week. And Whatnot, which is a live auction platform, which is super fun. And I bring you videos every week, haul videos. I tell you what I sold online. I do rambly general reseller kind of videos. Today's video is a haul video. So excited. So if you watch my channel somewhat regularly, you might know that my past 2 weeks, my sourcing trips have been a little bit lackluster. Today has made up for it, at least in quantity, for sure. I don't think I have any pieces in here that are like epic pieces, but I do have a lot of good pieces and I'm excited to show them to you. Everything in here will be listed in a Whatnot show at some point. I don't think all of this is making it into tomorrow's show. I'm pretty sure I have too many pieces to put into tomorrow's show, but it's a really good start. And hopefully it's enough pieces that'll be set up for a little bit of a head start for next week as well. So let me get into showing you everything that I found. Yay, very excited. All right, first up is this blazer. As you can see, it's very pretty pastel plaid. I love it. I don't know what kind of brand this is. It's a very difficult tag to read in person, so I'm not going to let you read it. I can't tell what the hell it says. It doesn't really matter. I do know it's made in Italy. It's really pretty, like, pastel plaids. This was $5. So I don't know why I can't look at the camera today. I keep looking over here, which is weird. Let me see. I don't know what I'm looking for. Anyway, $5. So that's very cool. I'm excited about that. I like that. I don't do a whole lot of business wear, but I do love finding like fun blazers. I think that's always interesting. All right, let's go to this piece next. This piece, my nose is already running. I've been filming for 2 minutes and my nose is running. Let's see. This is just a fun little polyester dress. It's a little bit larger. I don't know that it qualifies as plus size. I think it's marked size 12. I don't know if it's supposed to have a belt or not. The tag is very boring. It's just a little paper tag. And here, this was green, was not on sale. This was $5. I did get 20% off of my total today. So all of the prices I'm telling you, I got an additional 20% off of that. I'm not doing all that math because we'll all be tortured if I try and do that. All right, so that was cool. Next up, this dress. Where is the top of you, my friend? I don't think I knew you had buttons either. This is a dress. Trust me. Where is the top? It's here. It has a top somewhere. There we go. Okay. My God, that was challenging. All right, so I think this is 90s. It's a very 70s looking dress with all this like coolness going on. I love that. And then it's just like this nice long, see, there's the buttons that I didn't notice until now. Here's the tag. And it's got a papery guy underneath there. And this was also $5, so not bad. I think this is really pretty. It's like kind of like a sleeveless dress underneath, and then it's got that pretty thing going on. I have not addressed the bozo hair today. I had to set my hair in its little pin curls yesterday, and it actually wasn't quite dry when I went to the thrift store this morning. So I had to go to the thrift with my little like bandana kerchief thing on to cover all the curls. And I was just going to leave it until tomorrow morning. But then I remember I have to photograph all this stuff. Like I model the photos for Whatnot. And I already have some photos that I modeled one day while I had my hair up in a bandana. And I hate looking at them every single time I publish them. I hate it. So I decided to make sure it was dry. It seems like it's dry enough. So I took it down. Anyway, so there you go. That's why my hair looks like it does. Next up, all right, so these dresses, I don't know what happened, but there were so many of these friggin' dresses. They're new old stock. And I think these are like 80s into 90s. So these are very like secretary style. And we know like I'm kind of like, I keep saying I'm over the secretary dress and then I keep buying them. But here's the tag, Tess. a whole bunch of them. I mean, I think that they're all new old stock, but most of them had their tags, but not all of them. The only tag in the dress seems to be this brand, which is really annoying because there's no size, there's no fiber content or anything. I mean, I pretty much know they're rayon, but the size would be like nice to know. A lot of them, there's like these handwritten things on the back, which I thought was really interesting. So I guess they were maybe like sort of boutique-y back in the day. Rayon chalice. I don't know what chalice is as far as fabric, but anyway, so this dress, this was $5 because it was on sale. So really cute. They're all, a lot of them are this sort of tropical-y flower print, which is another like thing that I'm just not super into, but these were all really nice. And because the last 2 weeks kind of sucked as far as sourcing goes, I decided to just go ahead and get the stuff. You know, it's always better to kind of be a little bit ahead of the game if you can be, even though I'm a big fucking hoarder and I have too much stuff, but that's a different story. Anyway, this is the next piece. This is just a little 90s kind of like, you know, maxi length dress. It's got this very cute little sunflowery kind of print. It is made by Buyer 2, and this was $2.50. So pretty easy. This is like, again, I think I kind of got it because I was feeling a little bit scarred about the past 2 weeks, but also this is very 90s grunge, you know, put it over like a little baby tee, throw some Doc Martens on, and it's adorable. So, but I feel like I get a fair amount of those types of pieces. Same thing with this dress. This is another one that like, I just feel like okay about it, but that's the thing. I mean, I know that not everybody has the same taste as me. I do experience where like sometimes I pick stuff up that's like not really my taste and I have a hard time selling it. And I do believe that like, if you're not enthusiastic about your pieces, they can be harder to sell. But, you know, I also know that sometimes I'm wrong. So anyway, this is another just like 90s rayon tank dress. That's the print. It's really pretty. This one's a little bit larger, I think. That's the tag. What size is this? I don't fucking know. Oh, I think it says size 14. It's very like unfocused. The tag looked like somebody dripped water all over it, but I think it's double printed or something. This was $2.50. So you don't need me to tell you all of my theories about why the tag looks illegible. I don't think you care. Okay. Let's see. Next up, we got another test dress. Maybe, where's your top, my friend? Okay. Pretty much all these test dresses were marked at $10, but they were 50% off, so I paid $5. This one is no exception. So, see, another like sort of secretary style, sort of tropical, flowery. This one has a belt, which is cool. There's the tag. There's the new old stocky tag. And yeah, this was $5. So, yay. Let me throw this over onto the bed and traumatize poor Skibbs. Buddy, I'm throwing this over, okay? There you go. All right, let's see. You know, I like to save some pieces for last that are my favorite. I like to save my favorites for last. So I have a dress in my hand that you're not going to get to look at yet. I'm going to put it on the floor. Did you need to know that? No. Let's see. This is a very cute little vest. La da da da. Like a 90s, right? Little velvet paisley. There's the tag. Plain back. And this one was not on sale and it was $4. So, but again, minus 20% off. Sorry, bud. Okay. These shorts, I debated getting these, but I ended up getting them, obviously. Notice how I'm drinking coffee instead of an energy drink. Very demure, very mindful. Shout out to Jules LeBron if you don't know that reference. All right, shorts. These I debated getting. I like them because I like the whole mixed media business going on, right? And then I don't know what this is. Like, it's nothing I've ever heard of before. But they're freaking tiny. The tag on the inside says 27/3. They look so minuscule to me, but we're gonna have faith that they really are a 27-inch waist. I don't know if that's true, but I thought they were fun, and they were $2. So how can I say no to that? I obviously will not be able to model these unless I wanted to model them as a necklace. But you know, you don't really need these to be modeled necessarily. So they're very cute. Excited about those. Next up is this skirt. This is just cute. Mostly the skirt itself is fine. I got it because it's vintage. I'm sure, well, I want to say this was probably part of a two-piece set at some point. I don't know. I might, you know, could be wrong. But it's just a little, it's got like a little extra panel in the front to give it that pleat that you see down on the bottom. And then the back is just basically a flat back. There is a tag on the inside. This was also $2. Here's the tag from the inside. Nothing, you know, major, just it's old. So it's cute. And then I'm very far away from you today, but I feel like that lets you get a better view of the clothing. A little talon zipper. And this is the print in case you wanted to see that up close. So it's cute. $2. All right, let's see. Next up, another little new old stock piece. This is a 90s rayon little mini skirt. This is adorable. Little skater skirt style. I think it's very sweet. There's the print. I love the colors in this. There's its new old stockiness. Why can I not hold anything? Francine. And look at this. This was originally $34, marked down to $24.99 back in the 8 million years ago. And this was $1.50. So again, you really can't go wrong there. But it is probably tiny. It's marked size 3-4. That's okay. There's tiny people who come to my show. All right, let's see. Next up, this piece is not going on Whatnot. This is straight to eBay. This is a little vintage teddy, in case you couldn't figure that one out. So very high cut leg, black lace, and then the back, it's got like a little bit of a low back. I assume this, you know, this gets tied and it looks very cute. I know you can't really tell what's going on here, but there's not really a way for me to show you very effectively. This is marked size large. It was $1.50. So here's the tag, just a very generic little paper tag guy, but it's very cute. It's in great shape. So I think that'll sell well. I mean, you know, when I put this on eBay, this will go up for somewhere between $25 to $40, you know, and I say eBay, it's going everywhere. I suspect it'll sell on eBay because that's where that kind of stuff sells for me. So my poor coffee is already almost not hot enough to keep drinking. This skirt, this might be for me, but I don't really know. I was intrigued by it. I think it's like a 90s or Y2K. So you can tell it's a little tie-dye-ish. This is not denim. It's like, I don't know, some kind of stretchy-ish cotton blend fabric. But I thought it was really cool. It's got all this like ruching kind of stuff going on. No, I thought that there was maybe drawstrings, but there's not. It's just like elasticized that way. I just thought it was really cool looking. And it's like a longer length little. And this is whatever fucking brand this is, right? Whatever that is. This says extra small. But like, I feel like this is going to get around my size medium ass with no problem. This was $2. And like I said, I kind of think it's really cool for me, but you know, if I try it on and I hate it, I'll sell it. So, you know, good enough price that it's not a big deal for me to have like taken a chance on it. So there's that. Let's see. Not my normal aesthetic. I just was really intrigued by it for some reason. Like it's not a thing that I normally have a bunch of stuff like that in my wardrobe, but I liked it. Let's see. This is very summery, but I could not resist these. This is a pair of like, it looks like a skirt, but it's pants. It's like a gaucho culotte kind of thing. There we go. And floral print, obviously, in case you can't tell, it's very pretty. I love the waist. It's got this like, you know, pleated V waist there. Really cute. Where's your tag, my friend? Tag is very unimpressive. There it is. Fini. Anyway, this was $1.50. So I don't know if I will put this into a whatnot show yet. This will go into a show at some point. I'm not at the point right now where I've started collecting pieces for like a springtime show, but this is obviously very springtimey. We are in November, so we're pretty firmly in winter-y kind of weather. I know that not everybody lives in a fucking freezing cold area, but generally speaking, you know, summery stuff doesn't sell a whole bunch until like March-ish. So, all right, let's see. Next up is this, another test piece. Look at the print on this. This is so pretty. Obviously, this is more of like a blazer or a blouse kind of thing. I'm really sad because I didn't find any coordinating bottom part with this, but I think this is so pretty. Here's the tag. And this was also marked at $10. I paid $5. So freaking pretty. I love that one. It's really cool. So Skibbs is being very cool. Oh, sorry, I bonked you when I threw that dress over. I didn't mean to do that. All right, next up, this is obviously very 80s, right? Look at that. This is it's gunny sacks, but like it's obviously not the gunny sacks that everybody goes crazy for. This is just an 80s prom dressy kind of gunny sacks. This is also pretty little. It's marked size 7. I'm guessing, let's see. I'm guessing maybe it's like a 27, maybe even a 28 inch waist. Maybe it's not as small as I think. But anyway, it's very cool. It's velvet. And then it's got all that black lace and the bow and everything. It's really pretty cool. So I thought that was fun. This does have a little bit of a split there that I'm going to need to repair before I list it. So this will not be going in tomorrow's show. But this was marked at $15, but I paid 50% off. So $7.50 is what I paid. I paid 50% off. You know what I mean? I know you're smart enough to get it. This dress, I was very excited about this dress because I found the belt among the belts where they have all the belts, but it didn't have a price tag on it. And I was like, let me grab it and maybe I'll find the dress that goes with the belt. And I did. Yay! So I got to reunite them, which makes me happy. There's the little stray belt. It's another Tess, another tropically print. This one's cute. Again, I'm not a huge fan of tropical prints, but I like this one a little bit better than most of the others. Same, Tess. This does not have its new old stock tag, but, we don't really care. Mostly it's just, I like to tell people what the marked size is, but that doesn't really matter either. And this was also $5. So, echo, please. All right, I have so many pieces today. Good job, buddy. Skibbs did not get scared. I'm very proud of him. All right, next up is the most ridiculous t-shirt ever. Look at this goofy shit. So obviously it's like very southwesterny Aztec kind of print. So the t-shirt is printed like that. And then the front is embellished with fucking glitter and a couple little gemstones. It's like, are we for real here? But apparently we are. I didn't even notice this was a size 1X. Here's the tag. And then it's got like a papery guy under there. And this was $1.50. So very cool. It is double seam stitching, not single, but still, clearly it's very 90s. All right, next up, who is this pretty little thing? This is another 90s rayon, sort of like grungy style rayon tank dress. I was going to say slip dress, but slip dresses in my head are usually more like lingerie looking, like Courtney Love 90s kind of grunge. This is like whatever one of these things is. This is Gap. So, and it's just a pretty little, cute little floral print. There's little tags. It's got a lot of tiny buttons up the front, which I think is adorable. This is marked size large, and maybe it's like 2000. I don't know. There's a tag in here. I don't know if this is anything in this indicates the year. Ooh, I know you can't read that really well because it's not focusing, but there's a 00 over here. So I'm wondering if this was like a year 2000s. Whatever. Good enough. Close enough. Thought that was really cute. Anyway, there it is. What did I pay for that? I don't know. $1.50. No wonder I picked it up. Okay. Next up, we got a lot of good stuff coming up here. Okay, let's see. Next up, this sort of evening wear-ish jacket. This was $5. And this is all glittery. You're not going to get a good sense of it on camera. It's a little bit nipped in at the waist, so it's got like a more structured waist, which I thought was really pretty. Part of the reason that I got it. I just buttoned it, but you know, so you can see it's a little bit slimmer down here. Yeah, I don't know how to, there's all that glittery shit going on. It's got some shoulder pads. It's got like a long V-neck, buttons on the front. And that's the tag. And this was $5. So yay, works out well. Nice. Okay. Next up, oh, I got some good pieces. All right, this thing I love, but I'm very sad because once again, I feel like it probably had some sort of coordinating piece that I was not able to find. Look at this fucking thing. You know, this is like a 70s era and would have probably gone over some kind of dress. This is the kind of piece that my read on this is that it would have been worn by like a grandmother age person in the 70s. And I mean, that could just be like my perception, but that's the feel I get. So there would have been like some double knit polyester dress, maybe in the same black floral fabric, but like the not sheer version, you know? Anyway, I think this is so cool. There's a little close up of the flower print. There's no tags, but you know, number one, you can just feel it and the feel of that 70s polyester. And then these are the seams in case you were, you know, wanting to check those out. Oh, my back is killing me. All right. This was $4 because it was not on sale. $4 whole. Can you even? Can you even? Okay. Let's see. This dress is very sweet. This is a little 80s, but probably like early 80s. And this is, in my estimation, it's kind of like secretary dress and disco dress crossover, right? So it's got like these nice little sleeves and everything, but it's that very flowy kind of disco dress fabric, but like in more of a secretary dress style. So I thought it was pretty. It also still has its belt. Yay. There's the tag. There's that cute little print. And this I paid $4. So that was 50% off. It was $8. I paid $4. Okay, next up, let's see. What do I want to show? I'll show you this one. This is just a little skirt. I almost didn't get it, but I really like the color scheme. I feel like I get too many of these, which is why I almost didn't get it, but I do like them. Elastic waist, midi length, floral. The brand on this is Nikki. And this was $4. So there we go. I am starting to get sweaty. All right, I'm going to show you one of the really good ones next. I do have one of the best ones saved for last, so I meet my own little happy place vibe with that. Sorry, I got to put this on the hanger so that you can see. Ow, zip. All right. This is Suede, a suede dress, very cool. It's this long, nice little fitted waist, very cute. So this was marked at $25. It was 50% off, so I only paid whatever, $12.50 plus 20% off of that. So like $10-ish, something like that. So that was very nice. So what I will do is I will probably list this on Whatnot, starting at 25 is my guess. That's probably what I'll do. I feel like it's really cool. Why do you have, oh, okay. And yeah, it's got like a little bit of, you know, like the back of the zipper, it's a little like it probably could use a clean. I'm not going to do that before putting it up on Whatnot at all. That might be something that before I put it on like Etsy or something, I would pay a little bit of attention to that kind of stuff, but we'll see. Anyway, there's that. Very excited. They say that you can wash garment grade leathers. I have not really tried it before. I did try it on one thing once, and the item did not suffer any ill effects. It didn't get out the stain that I was trying to remove. But I haven't tried it on anything fancier. You know, like the thing that I tried to wash was like a thing I was like, oh, well, if it gets ruined, I guess it gets ruined. It's already got a big stain. So, all right, let's see. Next up is more test dress. I feel like I could have like half of the show be test dresses. What I'm going to try and do with these test dresses is not throw them all into one show. Because that's like, just if you don't like it, then there's a whole show full of shit that you don't like, you know? Anyway, here's the next one. This one was also $5. I don't know why I'm looking. They're all the same price. So, yay, there's that. Okay, let's see. Next, is this another test? This is. This one is a different fabric. Almost all of the tests that I've shown you so far were rayon. This one feels silky. It doesn't have a fiber content tag that I've located yet, but I think it's probably like a polyester. It just feels like it's trying to be silk. Anyway, and you can see we've still got this freaking like tropical kind of print going on. This was, hey, $5. What is that? What is that? Oh. Okay. I don't know. There's a weird thing on the sleeve. I mean, not a weird thing, but like this. But it just says style 1701. And I think it says done. And then I think Michael Bernard, but I don't know what that's supposed to indicate. So anyway, there we go. Next up, what is this? Oh, this is just maybe for me. I don't even know if I'm going to like it. It's just like a little lace kind of bralette top thing. It was $3 and I picked it up so then I can wear it. I don't know if I'm going to like it. We'll see. If I hate it, I'll probably donate it because it's not vintage. I don't like to try and it's not going to be worth trying to sell, in my opinion. So I will donate it. Let's see. Ooh. Next up is this. This one's fun. I like this one a lot. All right, let's see. This is a vintage, like house coat kind of situation. It does zip all the way up to the neck. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. This is polyester, as you can probably tell just by looking at it. It's amazing. Very like Mrs. Roper-esque. I don't know if this has tags. Oh, no. The tag was torn out at some point. It does have a little nylon talon zipper. I think it's talon. Maybe not. I don't know. I can't see. I don't know what it is. It's not talon. But whatever. Doesn't matter. I don't care. This does have a little pull in the armpit, which I know you guys don't need to see, but right, whatever that's going on. But also don't care. I think this will still sell on Whatnot. I'll start the bidding at $15 for this. I think it's adorable. Oh, it's got a little split in the seam up here too. I might need to just secure that before, whatever. Let's see. If I have enough for tomorrow's show, I'm not going to worry about trying to repair anything. Because when I started this video, it was almost like, it was like 3:45 or something. First of all, it's almost fucking dark outside already. So it's already like, I feel like it's midnight. I had an extra long trip at the thrift today because you can see I got a lot of stuff. So I was there for a long time. And, you know, every Wednesday is like Whatnot hell for me because after I'm done filming this video, I have to then get 30 items published into Whatnot for tomorrow. And it's a lot of work. So, all right, let's see. Next up, this thing is so freaking cute. I love it. Hold on. I'm going to stick it on a hanger so that you can see it. This is very 90s also. So this is a romper. So it's like a little overalls looking kind of romper. It's got this crossback. So cute. This is the print. Right, it's a little southwesterny, a little floral, very adorable. Buttons down the front. This was $6. It was not on sale. Absolute fortune. And then there's the tag, orange. So I thought this was adorable. Is it a little bit more suited for springy kind of weather? Yes, but also I think this is so cute that I might not hold it back. I might throw it into a show. I don't know what happened. I was going to say I might throw it into one show and then pull it out to save for spring. But once it's in a show, I kind of leave it in the show until either it sells or it's like sort of aged out naturally, or it's been sitting in there so fucking long that I feel like it's stale. I don't, we'll see what happens. I'll probably put it in a show. I don't know. This jacket, I think it's a jacket, is really cool. This is a Nicole Miller Sport. I'm going to put it on a hanger for you, don't worry. But there's the tag. And it's just a long line blazer kind of thing. I don't think it's supposed to be a dress. I think it is supposed to be a jacket. It's missing a button. I think it only had one button here, right? So it's like that. And then it's got this like sort of peplum-y kind of bottom to it. Really cute. Patch pockets. And then it's got this little tie at the back. So this also will not be going into tomorrow's show because I need to find, oh, looks like there are 2 buttons that it needs. I need to find 2 buttons to put on here, which I have buttons. I'll be able to find something and figure it out. But this was $8. I just thought it was a really cool silhouette. I did look to see if there were pants or a skirt that went with this. I couldn't find anything. So I don't know, but it would look really nice just with like a black pencil skirt too. I think. I haven't tried it on. Who knows? Maybe it'll look bizarre and I'll hate it, but I don't think so. All right, next up, this is a really goofy little tank top. This is, I don't know, 80s or 90s, maybe 80s with these sleeves. Look at this thing. So ridiculous. Here's the tag. Right? And this was $3, and that's the back. So very silly. Okay. Next up is another t-shirt. This is, again, probably 90s. It is single seam stitching, but it's just like kind of a generic-y type t-shirt. This was $3. It's just for Atlanta. Oh, I got to ask my dad and his wife if they might want it. They probably will not, but I'm going to ask and see if they do. Otherwise, it'll go in the show. $3. And the tag on this, which I neglected to show you, Fruit of the Loom Best. So, you know, if you know t-shirt tags, like there's like old Screen Stars tags, and then Screen Stars, I don't know if they were like bought by Fruit of the Loom or something. And then, so Screen Stars Best, and then it just kind of turned into Best, you know? So anyway, that's that whole t-shirt history. $2.99, $3. All right, let's see, what's next? You keeping some of my faves for the end. Oh, you're a favorite too. All right, that's okay, cool. All right, next, there's this thing I also kind of got for myself, but if it doesn't work for me, I'll probably sell it. This is actually just a Lululemon tank top with this fun thing here. I don't think they knew it was Lululemon. It's inside out, and it was only marked at $3, and they do not mark Lululemon at $3. So, you know, the only thing is there's the little Lulu guy. This doesn't have any kind of size on it, so I'll see. But again, this is the thing, like if I hate it on myself, it's easy enough to sell. It's a really cool looking top. So I just will have to figure out what style this is. This one will be a little challenging because I have literally no information, but oh, there we go. Maybe that'll help. It seems the ties are both on one side. Anyway, if you are not already familiar, there is a website called Lulu Fanatics, and they basically have like all the old style information for everything. So usually you can kind of try to find things through there. I haven't listed Lululemon in so freaking long, but that was a great site when I was listing Lulu. If you do regular stuff, you probably already know about that site, but just in case you didn't. All right, next up is this dress. This is just a green velvet maxi dress. This also needs a little bit of a repair job. There's this bow on the front that I just need to stitch back into place. It looks like it was stitched here, and that's kind of like coming undone, and then that whole situation was stitched down. So I just need to throw a couple of, that's easy peasy. I paid $5 for this. Here is the tag. And I feel like, yeah, this is marked size 9. I feel like this is going to be maybe not something I'm able to model because I think it might be, if I'm able to get it on, I'll be like just barely able to get it on, but we'll see what happens. Next up, we're getting close to the end. Let's see. Oh, let's get you on your hanger. This is another little 70s cutie patootie, right? So you got that like shiny, stretchy fabric. That's very pretty. And then in the back, it's got all these tiny buttons up the back, which is really annoying because those, I think that's the back. I mean, I would not want to button those in the back, but the tag is here, which it feels like kind of the back of the neck, you know? Anyway, really pretty either way. This was $2.50. You cannot beat that, no matter which side is the front. Very cool. All right, next is this pretty dress. This is like another 90s, so more along the lines of a slip dress, but it's got a little bit more of a fuller skirt, not full, but fuller than your standard slip dress. I thought this was really pretty because it has this cowl neckline, right? But then it's got like, you know, see, a little bit of a fuller skirt here. And this is the print, really pretty. And then that's the tag, which was obviously cut out. And you see that it was marked at $4.99. It was not on sale, so that's what I paid for it, which is sad, but that's okay. I think this just slides on over the head. I don't think there's any zippers. There's not. Very cute. All right, next, this skirt, I'm really excited. I like this one a lot. This is just another sort of like, I think a 90s era hippie skirt, but it's a lighter weight kind of gauzy material. I think the print is really fun. There's all the print. This is Bila. And if my memory is correct, so there's two brands that I get confused. There's Bila and then there's Biba. And one of them, like pieces from the 70s can be very valuable. The other one, I think, is just sort of a boutique-y kind of brand from later on. I never remember which is which. And obviously one is copying the other because the fonts look very similar. This was $4. I don't care which version this is because I think the skirt is really cool. And it's got little jingly guys on the drawstring waistband as well. So that was awesome. Did I tell you how much I paid for it? Maybe. Not on sale. I paid $4. I think I said that. Okay. All right. Now I'm down to the things that I pulled out as like my favorites. So first up, I'm going to show you these guys. These are suede pants. These are so fucking heavy. I would not be surprised if these weigh like 3 pounds just by themselves. They were marked at, oh my God. They were marked at $25, which is apparently what I paid, but I don't think that I was remembering that this color was not on, like, I think I was in La La Land. Because I feel like 25, I don't know that I would pay $25 for these. I mean, I did, but I feel like that was a little unintentional. But regardless, here we are. I did get 20% off of that at least, but so let me see. And I like the belt loops are really cool, but part of the reason that I got them too was because they were Ralph Lauren country. And I did look this up briefly, I think when I was in line, and you know, it's not, I found 2 other versions of these pants, 2 other listings for these pants. They were smaller sizes. These are marked size 12. The other ones I found a size 4 that was marked at like $45, I think on eBay, and had like 11 watchers or something. And I found another pair that I think was in the same sort of size and price range. I don't think it was the same listing. I used the Gem app to look it up. But, you know, so it doesn't go for tons of money, especially not quite enough to justify spending $25 on Laura, but apparently I was not in my right mind. So there we are. Anyway, that's cool though. I don't know if I'll try and list those on Whatnot. I may see how they fit on me, but I don't know. If I list them on Whatnot, obviously I'm going to list them so that I at least make some kind of money, but they just might not be a Whatnot item. I'm not sure. So let's see. Next is another And my final leather piece, this is really cool. I like this. So this one, it's unzipped in the back, so hold it together, but look at this. This is a very lightweight and thin kind of suede, and it's got this great print on it. And it zips up the back. It's got like a little bit of a nipped in waist. It's got some shoulder pads. And I paid, this was marked at $25 as well, but it was 50% off. So I paid $12.50 on this, which is much more acceptable. Here's the brand, which is also like a good, they do a lot of really cool leather pieces. They're nice quality. So very excited about that. Yay. And then, oh, I don't know which one to do. It doesn't matter. All right, let's do this one. Then I've got this. I only have 2 items left. So how long have we been? Oh, okay. So this is a nice respectable length video. Maybe like 45 minutes by the time we're done. This is like a 90s era dress, I think. So kind of like, I mean, it's basically a slip dress. It is bias cut, very pretty, you know, pink floral design. Here's a little bit of a close-up there with that. The brand on this is whatever that says it is. And then the front has like some beading on it. You know, just little accent beading. Very cute. And this was $4. So nice. I like that. I like these dresses. Very pretty. And it's got like this nice little, it's pretty. I think this will do well. And then my final, maybe I should have saved that one as a final because this one's going to look weird on the hanger, but here we are. What are you going to do? Let's see if I can get this to display itself properly. Probably not, but all right. Is this dress. So I know you can't really tell. It crosses in the back. That's why it's being weird. But this is like probably more of a 70s era. So the front, you've got, that's the bodice. And then most of the skirt looks black. But then on the back, hold on, looks like that. And then the skirt in the back has more floral design on it. It's very pretty. I love this. I think it's really nice. This was $8. It was not on sale, which is very sad. And I will look up this tag to see if it's like a thing. I don't anticipate that it will be, but you never know. Nancy something or other for Shangri-La. So, but that was really cute. And that's everything that I got today. So a really nice amount of inventory makes me very comfortable for being able to populate my show tomorrow. The past 2 weeks, I have had to go and like pilfer from my stale Depop inventory, which is fine. Like I've got stuff that's been sitting on Depop for a bajillion years. I haven't cross-posted it. I have sold some of it in the Whatnot shows. I have some of it that still I've been keeping in my shows for the future here. But I'm glad that I don't have to do that again. Once I list something online, like I like to, like, I don't want to like pull it back out, you know, because I've done more work to list it on those other sites than I have to do to list it on Whatnot. So I don't like that work to go to waste, but also that was like 5 years ago on some of these pieces. So, you know, anyway, that's everything for today. I have to get to work measuring and writing descriptions and then taking modeled photos of all of these things for my show tomorrow. I appreciate you watching this so much. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe, especially if you watch me frequently or infrequently or never again, but please still subscribe anyway, because it makes me excited when my little like subscriber count goes up. It went up the other day by like 2 people, and then it went back down by 2 people. Very sad. But that's okay. It's a process. Subscribe, like this video if you liked it. I love reading all your comments, and I always am still at a point where I am able to respond to everybody's comments. So I appreciate that as well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye.